my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Jaydah, and in today's video we're going to be talking about money. I'm going to be telling you guys how much I actually make as an Airbnb host in Kingston, Jamaica. And this video is probably one of the most highly requested video that I've got, so I would really appreciate it if you guys could watch the entire video, because I'm also trying to get monetized. So yeah, if you're new here, click the subscribe button, like the video, and make sure that you leave a comment at the end of the video. Before we even get into the actual video, make sure say you hit the subscribe button. May give 5 seconds for go on, so go on, click it, come back. Yeah, all right, thanks. Okay, so if you're new here and you don't know, I own an Airbnb in Kingston, Jamaica. I've had it for almost a year now. I opened the Airbnb in last year, December. That's December 2019. I think I opened it on the 15th or the 16th, around that time. And the day that I opened it, I literally got my customer the same day, like within 24 hours. That was my friend. Thank you so much, Dominic. I know you're watching this. Shout out Dominic every time. After Dominic checked out, I actually got my official, like my first, like real guest at the Airbnb the following day. So I've never really been out of business pre-COVID. Like every day we were literally booked out. And if we weren't booked out, we would probably just have like a day or two gap. But I'm going to look on the laptop. I've got my laptop here in my lap, so I'm going to look on my laptop to tell you guys the exact figures and the dates, like how many days was booked for me to get that figure. So I'm going to do December 2019 for the entire month. I'm going to tell you how much I made as a host. So I'm going to put it on the screen by the way, for something I like. So I actually collected $1,376.59 US dollars in December. Okay. So the equivalent to what I got in December for my Airbnb equates to 194,866 Jamaican dollars. That's what I collected from my Airbnb, even though we only opened on the 14th of December. So it's not really a full month that anyway. I'm gonna see how much days we didn't miss. Yeah, so basic, that's enough money now for 2 weeks. Wait there, this can't real. Wait. Then I'm gonna go back a bit. You can't believe so much money. Okay, so that's the amount that we made in December. I am going to also tell you guys how much I made in January. With these figures, guys, remember that in January and in December, those were my peakest moments for the Airbnb, and as such, I really tried to hurry to get the Airbnb out. So it wasn't furnished to the best of its ability, but it was enough for me. It was enough for me to put it on the market, because I was really rushing to try to get the peak season, you understand? At the time, I was also using the smart pricing system that Airbnb has. I explained that system in detail in another video. I'll try to leave it in the description box below. So yeah, because it was peak season, my Airbnb was priced slightly higher than what it usually would outside of peak season. If you guys want me to do a video on how to price the Airbnb or how I price my Airbnb, please comment that below so I can take the time out to record it for you guys. So now I'm going to tell you guys how much money I made in January, this year, January 2020. So you guys can see the trend that I'm talking about with the peak season. So, woo! I can't believe there's so much money make. No. This is mad. So in January, I made $2,492 US dollars, and that's solely from 2 bookings. I had 2 long haul bookings, which I'm so grateful for. Literally low maintenance. Let me see what the equivalent to that is in Jamaica. You know sometimes when you spend money, you can't believe there's so much money you spend. I made that right now. Where the money you go? My genuinely shock up 2,000 US, and I look a bit of money that in a girl. In a 1 month. Okay. So the Jamaican equivalent is $352,790. So that's what we made in January, and I believe that's because where am I make so much money again? Something did that me now. Oh yeah. I made that money. I believe I made that extra money because I actually allowed an extra guest to stay there. So I advertised the Airbnb as a space that can accommodate 3 people. But it was a family of 4, so I asked them to just pay extra for the additional person, and I charged them per night. So that's how I made the extra money. And plus, like I said, it was Christmas time, it was peak season. Smart pricing system always kept my Airbnb in the higher, in the higher pricing range. So I think that's all I'm going to share, and hopefully that gives you guys an insight as to the potential that your Airbnb can make in Kingston, Jamaica. So in terms of money, what I can say is getting the money from Airbnb itself is not a straightforward process in Jamaica. It's a little bit tricky. I don't know if that's the case for everyone, but for me, when I went, well, you have a few options with getting your money in Airbnb. You can either get it to your bank account, and in Jamaica, you can also get it through Western Union. With the bank account, I was able to receive the money once I came back to the UK. So it was just an automated system that just came into my account. Whilst I was in Jamaica, like physically in Jamaica, because remember, I was the one maintaining the property. While I was there, I was doing the cleaning, all of that. Obviously, my family and friends will chip in here and there, but primarily, I was the actual host while I was there because I really wanted to master the hospitality business, like just do my best and really kind of just set a pace for whoever was going to take on the role. So yeah, back to the story. So as I was saying, now with clearing your money in Jamaica as an Airbnb host, as a young Airbnb host, it was hell. It was almost impossible to get my own money. Like I said, I was getting the money through Western Union. So let me just give you a rundown of the day. Sorry guys, I'm trying to say a million things at once. Let me just slow down. So with receiving your payouts from Airbnb, that's what they call them, payouts. When you're receiving your payouts from Airbnb, you actually get the money 24 hours after your guest has checked in. You don't get the money prior, you only get it afterwards. And sometimes it takes a while to clear to come in your actual bank account. That can be between 3 to 5 working days. But in some cases, you can just ring Airbnb and find out what's taking so long. That's happened to me once, where they said to me that the money is ready, but I think after 3 days, after a week, it still wasn't visible in my account. So I rang them and they kind of just chased it up. They chased it up and I got the money. Back to the story. So when you go for collect your money now from Western Union in Jamaica, I powder house, girl, powder house. First thing, when I went there with my ID, the standard ID. If you're going to Western Union, you need a driver's license or your passport, something to prove that you are who you say you are and the money is coming to you. Obviously, you need proof of the identification number. I think it's called MITCN, something like that. But you need the number of the transaction that's coming through. So I went with all of that, and because of the amount that I was going to collect, they were just like, no, I can't get it unless I have proof of how I made the money. So I was just trying to explain that, look, I'm an Airbnb host. My host is in Kingston, Jamaica. I have the app on my phone. I can show you right now. Like I have, I have my guest, everything is happening. And they were just like, all Jamaican people stay. When them I look at you, them just look at you like, I really lie, like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know if because of my age or how young I look or what it was, but them never did give me an easy time to get the money. The lady said I had to prove to her that I own the house. So even though I am an Airbnb host, she wanted me to prove to her that I actually own the property. So I had to go back home, get the title for the property that clearly states that my name, I'm the owner of the property. And when I went back, you could see that she was a bit embarrassed. Like, yeah, you could see that she was a bit embarrassed or annoyed. I don't know what it was, but I feel like I just bad mind. But anyways, after I showed them the title, I then got the money. I didn't collect all the money at once. It was actually like in 2 or 3 transactions. And I tried to change the Airbnb, the Western Unions that I go to as well, just so nobody can track or trace me. You just never know in Jamaica. But yeah, I did forget the local money, forget my own money. So that was a strange experience. So whenever you're going to collect your money from Airbnb, if you are a host or if you're a co-host, make sure that you have the host or the owner for the property write you a letter clearly giving you the permission that you can collect this sum of money and that you are actually managing the property. And if you are the host or the owner of the property, make sure that you travel with your title or some proof that you own the property. So with Airbnb, I'm just going to give you 3 main sources as to why I think my Airbnb did as well as it did. Like I said, I was always booked out for at least 98% of the season, right through. Like the minute someone come out, somebody else book. Like it was just a constant rollover, which I'm obviously thankful for, and I can only give the praise to God. But the actual strategy that I use, which I always tell you guys, is the location. The location. I cannot emphasize how important a location is. So the location really played a big role. If you go and check out my reviews on my Airbnb, I'll definitely leave the link below. So if you go and check out the reviews there, you can see a lot of compliments about the location, how quick it is to get to Half a Tree, how quick it is to get to the Airbnb from the airport. Easy it is to get transportation. You know, we have a pharmacy nearby, we have gas station nearby. Like the location is a top-notch location. Safety, obviously it's a gated community, so if you're doing Airbnb or any kind of short-term rental business, make sure that you invest in security, because people want to come and feel safe, they want to feel secure. And also another reason why I feel like my Airbnb did as well as it did is that I had something unusual from what is normally in Airbnbs within that area. So I had the hanging chair. As simple as it is, literally a reason. That was literally one of the reasons why I had, I think, 2 guests, like 2 different guests, like 2 different sets of guests. They came and they're just like, no, like, me see the hanging chair, and me say, yeah, I want to stay here, so, you know. So try to find something that will just kind of separate you from everyone else in your area, whether that be a swimming pool, having a breakfast service, having a hammock, having a hanging chair, just something for, you know, spruce up the place and make you stand out from the crowd. I think that's one of the reasons as well. And then thirdly, I documented the journey, so I was sharing it on social media. I was showing it on Instagram. So obviously Dominic, if she hadn't known that I was owning my Airbnb, she wouldn't have stayed. So definitely do your marketing. I also even reached out to a few influencers in Jamaica. I didn't need them in the end, so I didn't bother going through with it. But if you're in the situation where you feel like you may need a little bit of push, try to reach out to the local influencers. Try to find out if they can come and stay there for a night or 2 and give you a nice review, either on YouTube or Instagram, because people are looking. Trust me, people are always looking for somewhere to stay. And also try to make your Airbnb appealing to local customers. Don't underestimate the Jamaican dollar. Don't underestimate it. I know lots of the time people like sell the Airbnbs to foreigners by making it overpriced. I didn't want that. I wanted it to be a case where my friends or, you know, any local person can still afford it, but yet the standard is, a global standard. Anybody can come and feel welcome. The place is clean, well kept, you know. Listing, another tip as well in the listing. Try to sell the property. You can talk about the property, but when you're talking about the property, try to sell it as an experience. So you can tell them about how comfortable the sofas are. You don't just say, oh, you just have a L-shaped sofa. You can talk about how comfortable the sofa is, how snug it feels. You know, just sell the place. Just at it up. You know, just. I know what I mean, but just do that. When you're describing the Airbnb, definitely try to describe it as an experience. Try to talk about the jerk pan that's nearby, you know, the Jamaican, the authentic food. You can talk about the beaches nearby, the peace and quiet that you have in the community. Don't just list the furniture. Like, really try to sell it as a package, as an experience, because people want to come in Jamaica. People come to Jamaica all the time to exploit the culture and the music and all of these things. So you as a host or you as a co-host, sell your country too. You understand? Use your country. You use it the same way how them I use it, because you born and grow there. So those are my tips into getting booked and keeping booked. Another thing also that really helps with the booking is the reviews. Every single time you have a guest, ask them to leave a review, because it really does make a difference. I know as a traveler myself, whenever I'm going anywhere, people review always help me, and it really means something when I can see that the guests before me had a great experience and that they enjoyed their stay and there was no problem. So if you can get your guests to leave a review, do that. I've got a hack to that, but I won't share it now. You have to subscribe. I'm going to share that in another video. So if you want to find out how you can get more reviews on your Airbnb, definitely subscribe to the channel. And I think I'm going to leave it here for today. I have a lot of plans in my head for where I want to take the Airbnb, but those ideas I will share with you guys in due time. I'm just working on a lot of things now in the background, so just bear with me. But what I can say is a big massive thank you for everyone that has stayed at the Airbnb, for everyone that has shared it. I have my Airbnb page on Instagram, which is at paradisos.airbnb. You guys should definitely follow. I plan to share some Airbnb tips on there, just to give you guys a helping hand in the future. So wrap up the video now, but like I said, I have a lot of exciting stuff in store. So if you did like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think this is a lot of money, if it's a little bit of money. I mean, clearly you guys can see that there is space, there is a lot of room for making money in Jamaica. There's a lot of room for making money in the Airbnb industry in Jamaica if you do it right. And I am encouraging you guys to come and get the money, because money there, and I would prefer to see a lot more Jamaicans, like actual native bred and born Jamaicans, like real Jamaicans, build up the place and get the money, as opposed to a foreigner coming in the country and just exploit the people, exploit the things, and then just give you guys a chum change. So yeah, use this as a sign for start save your money, for investing in Airbnb, because there is money to be made, sis. There's money to be made. You may talk to. But yeah guys, this is the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and again, remember, I want to get monetized, so watch the rest of the video them. I'm going to leave them at the end, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much again for watching, guys. Bye.